afternoon and welcome to the Younib TV News at 1 with me, Peninah Wachera, right here at Younib TV. Before we start, let us first have a look at the top stories making headlines.
In the next 4 months, mimi naleta kompyuta 200 hapa, vijana hawa wajipange na ajira ya digital jobs.
And to that end, I also want to take this opportunity to thank my party leader, Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, Prime Minister, and the President of the Republic of Kenya.
Today we are here at Kiango, on the border of Rift Valley and Nyanza, specifically because we came here to confirm that actually peace has returned.
Having agreed and executed this agreement, the union has made decision to call off the strike, and our members are advised to resume duty immediately and not
na pata mtoto alipigwa mbaya.
Okay, let's begin. In order to promote national unity, President William Ruto said he will take the lead in building bridges across all party forms, region, and communities. He defended the UDA-ODM agreement, stating that its goal was to help address the nation's problem rather than to enrich specific people. During his Nairobi tour, he visited Dagoretti South, Dagoretti North, and Westlands, where a number of projects such as schools and a hub for digital innovation were launched and put into service.
In the next 4 months, mimi naleta kompyuta 200 hapa, vijana hawa wajipange na ajira ya digital jobs. Hapa pia tunaleta waalimu wa kuwafundisha hawa vijana. Na mimi nataka niwahakikishie, kama ni kazi majuu, kama ni kazi mitandaoni, kama ni kazi katika ile kazi yote tunafanya ya affordable housing na zile zingine zote, uko ndio tutapanga ajira ya vijana. Jukumu langu kama kiongozi wa taifa ni uunganishe Wakenya wote na viongozi wote, ili sisi zote tuungane, tufanye kazi kwa pamoja, tuondoe ukabila, tuondoe mambo ya dini, tuondoe ubaguzi, tuondoe chuki, ndio Kenya isimame, tuende mbele pamoja.
Tungetaka nchi yetu tuwe na uzalendo na tuwe na umoja, na sasa hivi ni wakati wa kujenga taifa letu na mshikamano wa jamii zote za Jamhuri ya Kenya.
Sisi tunajua kuna mengine mnazungumuza mungependa serikali itekeleze. Mheshimiwa Rais atachunga hiyo maneno, kama ni SHA itaundwa mpaka iwe ya kufaidi wa Kenya.
With fatalities in several National Assembly committees, the widespread purge in Parliament came to an end. The first casualty of the reorganization was Kiharu politician Didi Njoro, who lost his post as chair of the Budget Committee to ODM MP Samuel Atandi of Alego Osonga. Despite being accused of bias in budget allocations during his tenure as chair by Kimani Ichung'wah and Junet Mohammed, Didi Nyoro has remained out of his spotlight and did not participate in the elections.
And I also want to take this opportunity to thank my party leader, Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, Prime Minister, and the President of the Republic of Kenya, who have allowed us to join together and work together as Kenya.
This committee, the Budget and Appropriations Committee, does not work in isolation. We do not do the budget in isolation. This committee works with the departmental committees, departmental committees also interact with the executive.
They always say, if you want to kill a dog, give it a bad name. We have seen it happening before the committee was disbanded and even now. But it is good to pray that the role that this committee plays.
Be there to stand as long as what you do is fair, objective, and transparent. Criticisms will be there. That's why you are a politician.
Concerning the liaison committee, that it is the responsibility of that committee to make a budget. Chairman, you should nullify the decision that was made by the Speaker of the National Assembly.
The way it has been, that reports come and nothing is done. No. Under my leadership as the Public Accounts Chairman, I'm going to make sure that those reports are implemented, and also where we recommend that an officer should be surcharged, we will even write.
2 weeks after intercommunal violence broke out, senior security officials from Nyanza and the Rift Valley regions, working with the National Cohesion and Integration Commission, called a peace meeting near the border between Kisii and Transmara to evaluate the situation. Dr. Abdi Hassan, the regional commissioner for the Rift Valley, and his counterpart in Nyanza, Flora Muora, say that normalcy has returned after leaders and elders sought a truce to end the simmering animosity between the Abagusi and the Maasai communities, which resulted in deaths, farm fires, and a general disruption of peace in the area.
Kuna boundary conflict hapa. Ng'ombe mbili imechukuliwa, umeambiwa uongoje siku kadhaa.
Today we are here at Kiango on the border of Rift Valley and Nyanza, specifically because we came here to confirm that actually peace has returned.
And we are happy that so far so good. Calm has returned along the border, and we came today to meet the peace committee members.
What is remaining is to further cement this relationship. As our RC had said, this area had enjoyed uninterrupted peace for 20 years, and we would like that to continue.
Serikali yetu imekuja kutuletea amani, na vijana yetu wanaongeleshwa na wazee na watu ya boda. Tunataka amani ya kudumu.
The month-long strike by the Union of Clinical Officers, KUSO, has been called off. George Gibore, the Secretary General of the union, ordered all the clinical officers to report for duty right away. The ministry has addressed all of the clinical officers' complaints. Health CS Dr. Deborah Barasa described the settlement as a testament to the government's resolve to improve healthcare delivery and advance universal health coverage under Taifa Care.
Agreed and executed this agreement. The union has made decision to call off the strike, and our members are advised to resume duty immediately and not later than the next 24 hours.
Our clinical officers form part of the larger health workforce that plays a critical role in delivering essential healthcare services to our citizens. Therefore, thank all the clinical officers who have willingly resolved to resume duty with immediate effect, and urge them to continue working towards building a resilient, patient-centered healthcare system that guarantees quality and affordable care for all Kenyans.
Concerns have been raised by the Judicial Service Commission regarding a breach in its communication networks, alleging that an unidentified person obtained confidential information pertaining to the recommended dismissal of 7 Supreme Court justices. This comes as pressure on the Supreme Court judges is increasing, as coalition of civil society organizations warned about the state of Kenya's judiciary, accusing political actors of planning ongoing attacks on the judiciary that are undermining public confidence in the institution.
Concerned that the issues happening now have a bigger picture than people can see. We have a 2027 elections, and therefore our role as a representative of people down there is to ensure that institutions that have been given mandates to do their work are given the space to do so. They are not intimidated.
We are not here to claim that the judiciary is very clean. I think just like any other institution in the country, there could have few challenges here and there within the judiciary, but what we are saying is that the Constitution again lays down very clear procedures on how issues of misconduct of judicial officers should be handled. It should not be handled in funerals or on social media.
A complete bench is necessary for timely, impartial, and authoritative resolution of presidential electoral disputes. Without a full quorum, the judiciary's capacity to provide effective oversight during the electoral cycle could be compromised and potentially destabilizing the electoral process and weakening a key check and balance that upholds the rule of law.
7 suspects have been taken into custody by Kakamega police on charges of operating an illegal detention cell in Makaburini, where 9 individuals were detained, beaten, and subjected to torture for drinking alcohol. Men and women alike were confined to one room, kept from the outside, and had to use buckets to discharge themselves. A fee of 300 shillings was required to purchase their freedom for their self-appointed disciplined masters.
Vijana ni hatari sana, na yoyote ambaye angelitoa ile ripoti kuleta katika police station ama kuleta kwa assistant chief wangelimuua.
Kufika huko nikapata kuna wenzangu huko wanachapo, pia mimi nikaingizwa huko na nikalala huko siku 3 kana chapo.
Kama imekukaza tu unaingia tu ndani hiyo. Sasa hutaki kujua hata mwanaume kama ako hapa ama mwanamke. Sasa utafanya aje?
Wakaanza kunipika wakaniang'anya vitu, simu, pesa, simu moja nikapata, ingine sijapata.
Tulikuja tukashikana na wenzetu nyumba 10, assistant chief, tukaenda tukafanya operation area hiyo. Tukapata ni ukweli kuna watu wengi wamepigwa na kuwekwa katika seli yao ya bandia hiyo.
A 2.5-year-old kid is battling for his life at Homa Bay County Referral Hospital after a horrific case of child abuse. According to the authorities, the toddler's father allegedly attacked him during a domestic argument with the child's mother. Calls for justice intensify as the young boy receives medical attention. Rights groups have denounced the act and demanded that the child who are at risk be protected.
Yake ndio nafanyia utapata kama hii kuna mtoto na pata mtoto alipigwa mbaya. Sasa mimi nakimbia paka kwa polisi, ona mtoto akiambia peleka mtoto Malindi hospitali. Sasa nataka kuanza siku hiyo nafuata paka saa hii paka Kajo Children chief
examine that child. The state is not as at now is not that badly off, is manageable state, but the boy has several septic wounds on the back. It's not clear whether it was because of a stroke or whatever he was doing, but it was a serious assault case to the child. Currently, the child is in the hands of the surgeons there. He's being attended to and currently on medication. We hope the child will recover well.
That saddening news brings us to the end of the Younib TV Live at 1 with me, Peninah Wachera. I hope that you continue enjoying our shows here at Younib TV. Do have yourself a good afternoon.